Hey everyone, it's Michael with the Tech Mentor, and today I'm going to be walking through the array prototype filter. And you can see here we have some examples, and also I'm going to link the repo down in the description below. Feel free to clone it down. There's two branches. The main branch is where we will start, and there's also a solution branch which has the solutions. So let's dive right in and let's take a look at what we have. All right, so first I like to bring over this the MDN documentation and just kind of talk about what it is. So you can see the array is, the filter is a prototype method on the array, and it creates a shallow copy of a portion of a given array, filter down to just the elements from the given array that pass the test implemented by the provided function. So let's take a look and see how that works. So the first example, we're just going to start with this nums array, 1 through 10, right? And so we want to kind of create a filter, filter out the odd numbers to create a new array that only has even numbers. So let's take a look and see how we would do that. All right, so you can see this const even is equal to null right now. But what we want to do, we want to call the array that we want to filter. So it's nums. And let me go and close this out, make it nums.filter, right? And you can see we get some information, a function that accepts 3 arguments. But we're going to pass a callback. We're going to do this anonymous function, and we're going to call it a number, right? And let's do something like this, and we can expand that. And so let's do it this way. All right, so let's just, so you can see what's going on. Let's console log out the number. Let's just run this. So if I do node example.js, I can go ahead and run the file. If you don't have node installed, you can do so with Homebrew, and it's just install node, and then you can run node example.js. Okay, so you can see here that it runs every number through this function, right? So the first one gets passed down to this filter, and it gets ran through this function. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. All right, so one thing we can do something like this. Const remainder, set that equal to number modulo 2. We'll just console log remainder. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, so let's go and run this to see what we get. Okay, so we get 1, 1, 2. Okay, so 1 is 1. Okay, and then 2 is 0, 3 is 1, 4 is 0. Okay, so when the remainder is 0, that means it's an even number, right? And let me just make this a little bit easier to see. Remainder and number. That view is a little bit difficult to see. We can see now. There we go. So 1, 1, 0, 2. So you can see 2 has no remainder. 4 has no remainder. 6, 8, and 10. And those are all the even numbers. So we can do something like this. Return remainder equal to 0. And so what we're saying is these are the numbers which we want to return back into the new array, which is going to be the even. If the remainder is equal to 0, then go ahead and put it in the new array. And so let's just console log out. And this is, once again, the new array. And you can see here, console log nums original. This won't change. Original filter does not change the original array. And that's important to keep in mind. Cool. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's the new even. And the original is the still 1 through 10. So if you have any questions about this example, feel free to drop them in the description below. Also, take a second right now. If you're liking this, please subscribe and like the video. That way I can reach more people with more content in the future. And so let's move on. So we're just going to go and comment it out for now. So the next thing we have this array of people. You can see we have first name, last name, email, and state. And we have like 100 users. This is not real information, so not to worry. This is generated using Macaru, which I do recommend for generating fake data. It's really useful. So the first one, we want to find all the people that live in Ohio or Texas. So you can see, looks like we use 2-letter abbreviations for Ohio, and then also Texas. So let's do something like this. This is going to be the new array, people in Ohio or Texas. And data is imported from this file of the people. And then I'm just renaming it to people. So the array is people. And just like we did, call filter on it. And let's pass an anonymous callback function. And let's call it person for our parameter. And let's just get the person state. Const state equals person dot state. Let's just go and console log this out. So it should be a lot of states here. Yeah, so we just get the states. So you can see the first one is Ohio, and that matches up with this here, state Ohio for Natalie. So there's a couple of ways we can do this. We can be very verbose. We can just like const is Ohio, and we can say equal to person, or actually we can just state equals OH. And then we say the const is Texas. Texas equals state equals to Texas. Let's console log this, just see what it is. And let's go ahead and run it again. Okay, so you can see true, false. So because we know the first one is Ohio, but they're not Texas. So we want to return if they are Ohio or Texas. Obviously, you can probably live in 2 states, but you have one as your primary, right? So we can return is Ohio or is Texas. And so let's go and do this and just console log out this new array, people in Ohio or Texas. Let's see what we get. Cool. Yeah, we get all the Texas people, and there's some Ohio people as well. So once again, any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I will definitely answer it. And so this can be shortened out quite a bit, just kind of cleaning this up a little bit. We did this very verbosely just because we want to make it clear what's going on. But you can do something like this. You can do, I kind of like this because it's going to save a little bit of lines, but we can do return state equals Ohio or state equals Texas, right? Same thing. So you can see now if we run this again, we still get all the same people. So, I mean, you can do it either way. I just think this is, a bit cleaner, but, when you're learning, obviously it's, iterations. So the first iteration, feel free to be, as verbose as you need to be. Cool. So the last one, it's kind of fun. Let's find all the people who have a .edu email address. So there are a few in here that have .edu. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I think there's like 5 in total. Yeah, 4. Yeah, there's 5. Okay. So let's talk about how we can do this. So just like we did before, let's call people.filter, pass our function, and again, we pass person. And let's do const email equal to person.email. Just console log this out. So if we get done here and we hit run. Okay, there we go. We have all the emails, and these are strings. You can see, verify that by saying constant email is a string. And so one way of getting it is using this method here. Const is edu email. And we say email index of. And so what this does is this is a substring to search for in the string. So the substring is going to be .edu. Let's just console log out is edu email. Okay, so we get -1 and we get 15. And so if we go back up here, we see that this is the position, right? So knowing that -1 means that there is no match, we can use that. We can say return is edu email not equal to -1. Because we know otherwise, that means that the position was found, and we can use that. So let's console log people with .edu email. Okay, and we get at msu.edu, stanford.edu, si.edu, and yale.edu. And I realized that if someone's email address was like their name .edu at yale.edu or at yale.com or something, and so that really wouldn't be a valid edu email address. I mean, so feel free to share your solution in the comments. There are other ways of doing it, but this is one way, and it's fairly reliable for our data set, and I think most purposes, because I don't know if anyone's email address is going to be like michael.edu at aol.com. So just want to point that out, but let's talk about your challenge next. So your challenge here is if you go to the files and you have some letters, and the first challenge is filter out the vowels from the array of letters. So once again, a few ways you can do this, but yeah, good luck. And you just kind of follow the examples that we did here. And if you have any questions, you get stuck, let me know. And I can definitely answer some questions. Next one, find all the people that live in Ohio. So it's gonna be very similar to what we did here, but we're just looking for Ohio. The last one is find all the people whose first name, let me go fix that, whose first name starts with the letter A. So we have a list of people, and there's some people like Ashley and Alan, and their first name starts with the letter A. So I would like a new array with just those people in them. So good luck with the challenge. Hope you found this helpful. I'll be back with more videos in the near future. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sure to be back very soon with more content. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.